I've noticed that there's about two main things just in life that keeps people back from accomplishing anything that's massively important. Like I'm talking a life-changing kind of event from something that you accomplish. Just two filters. The first one is getting started. Some people get started on that process of whatever it is that's going to totally transform and change their life, and some people don't. And then of the people that get started, most of them, by far most of them, they don't see it through. Very few people do. And that's why there's very few people that are living this dreamy life where they're really happy and they have what they want and now they want more because they're always shooting for more. But those are the two things, getting started and then seeing it through. And it's such a simple concept and it's something everybody knows, but very few people do it. Because here's what most people are doing. Few people will make it to the end of those two filters, see it through after getting started, but here's what most people are doing, whether they decide not to start on something that's really meaningful to them, or why they did start, but they quit and they didn't see it through, because what the majority of people are doing is doing whatever mental gymnastics that they have to in their head to come up with the rationale for not getting started or for being a quitter, so that they make it a little bit easier to live with themselves. We've all done it. I've done it. I think if you have a history of doing that, don't beat yourself over it. I'm not pointing any fingers. Just draw a flippin' line in the sand and jump over that line with both feet. And then start being a person that's going to get started and see it through. But before you can get started and see something through that's really meaningful to you, that can change and transform and improve your life and other people around you, I'm telling you, the first thing you have to do is get out of that business of doing the mental gymnastics to rationalize quitting and not getting started to make it a little bit easier for you to live with yourself. Do you know how much easier it is to live with yourself if you do make a decision to get started on whatever and then go through the hard work of seeing it through and accomplishing something really great that affects you and other people around you? It sure is a lot easier to live with yourself then, now isn't it? So give up this game of mental gymnastics to rationalize quitting. It's so stupid. It's nothing but a self-absorbed ego trip of the worst kind. Well, up there with the worst kind. And here's why. Because you might be scratching your head going, Tom, you're a dick. Why would you say something like that? Okay. If you're going to quit something that's really important, it could benefit other people around you, yourself, whatever, who do you quit for? Who are you benefiting by being a quitter? Who are you benefiting by not even getting started? Who are you benefiting by saying things like, I don't have time, don't have money, don't have the confidence, I don't have the skills, I don't know what I'm doing, I have a past? Who are you benefiting by coming up with that garbage about lack of whatever you think you're missing? It's not benefiting anybody. You do it to satisfy your stupid ego. Do you like these videos? So for all of us, really the first step is to give up that self-absorbed ego trip. Get over ourselves. When you have a problem like lack of money, lack of time, lack of skills, lack of whatever, those are put in your path on purpose by the powers that be of the universe to force you to either be a quitter or to get the skills and figure it out, which will make you better because you'll be learning new stuff in the process. There's somebody that had it more difficult than you somewhere in the world who figured it out because they didn't want to rationalize being a quitter or not getting started. Like maybe you've done, like I've certainly done in the past, but I drew a line in the sand. And everybody is bragging about how different and uniquely special they are and this and that, just like how everyone else does with a badge of honor and everything. And it's not true. Maybe in your core it's true, but that's not the way most people act. Most people are not tapping into what makes them great and special and unique and all those things. Instead, they're tapping into the mental gymnastics that rationalizes quitting to make it easier to live with yourself. Most people are in the business of saying they don't have this or that. Very few people are seeing those same reasons as, oh my God, that's not a perfect reason to be a quitter. It's a perfect reason to figure out what it is I need to learn so I can become better and accomplish what I want to accomplish, whether it's health and fitness or wealth or bigger impact on being able to do more to help the less fortunate or whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't even matter. It's just a concept in the process of going through what you need to figuring out what you need to learn, and then doing the deals. So you get started and you see stuff through. And then these time constraints, money constraints, resource constraints, skill, whatever, you just get better because now you're going through the deal of learning and to figure it out. That's what it's all about, man. That's it. It's that simple. It is so simple, a lot of smart people actually miss it. So don't be so smart you miss it. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be different than everybody else, then quit talking about how different you are and unique you are. Prove it. Make it past those two filters. Get started and see it through. You do that, you won't even have to say you're different. You are at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's the honest to God truth. When I started looking at it that way, finding out what most people are thinking, what they're doing, and then going the opposite direction, when I started doing that, that's when things started happening for me. I bought my house in cash. And when I started, I had no home of my own. In fact, I was almost homeless. I didn't even have an income. I had no job. Still don't have a job, which that's another video for another day. But anyway, the income thing is solved. The time constraints solved. Almost being homeless solved. I have my house now. Free. I'm in that house, right? This is it. I'm in the kitchen area now. Free and clear. No rent, no mortgage. Can you imagine? I travel. I love traveling. I wasn't able to before. I travel now. I don't have a job. If I had a job, I wouldn't be able to do these things. I'm able to house low-income families without threatening their ability to put food on the table and take care of their families. I can do all those things because I don't have a job, and because most of all because I drew that proverbial line in the sand I was talking about earlier, jumped over with both feet, not one foot on one side and one on the other. That's cowardly. I mean, for real, man. People do that because they think they're protecting themselves, and look, no, you're not. You're just ripping yourself off and everybody else around you. So jump over that line with both feet. Figure out what it is that's really meaningful to you. Get started and see it through. And every little challenge that comes between where you're at now and where you want to be, that's just stuff that's put there on purpose to force you to either be a quitter or to figure out what it is that you need to learn so that you can overcome and figure it out, man. That's the whole formula for success, right? Is to make a decision, tell the world, and figure it out. The formula for success isn't make a decision and quit. It's make a decision and figure it out, see it through. And then you'll really be different. And you'll be like the 1 out of 50 people, 49 out of 50 people just continue doing the mental gymnastics, driven by that self-absorbed ego trip that nobody benefits from around them or themselves, but they do it anyway. That's 49 out of 50 people. So be the 1 out of 50. And if enough people do it, maybe that ratio will shift so it's not so just incredibly spectacularly lopsided, and we can change that ratio from 1 out of 50 to maybe 2 out of 50, and maybe 4 out of 50, maybe 5, maybe 10 out of, maybe we can even get to like 49 out of 50 are actually doing it, where there's only the 1 out of 50 that still wants to be a dunce. All right, do you like this video? I got a lot more. Go to my website, tomberkenmeyer.com. Spelled just like it is on my social media presence, tomberkenmeyer.com. Take out the space, all lowercase, and you'll see hundreds of blog posts and thousands of videos that I give away for free. Not bad, because I like it, because I can afford to. I can afford to work for free because I don't have a job. It all goes, it's all part of the same deal, man. And if you love health and fitness and really cool mindset stuff like this video is, and you want to learn how to make money with health and fitness and mindset stuff, and you want to rail against people that actually make their money by poisoning people, then private message me and I'll hear from you soon. And feel free to share this video. Pass it along. If you like this video and you know some other people in your circle that might like this video also, feel free to share it. And I'll hear from some of you. Private message soon. Bye for now. Mwah!